Hey, you guys, have you ever heard of the phrase nurses eat their young? Well, what about nursing instructors eat their young? Which basically means you get ate up way before you become a nurse.
These my dollars make it hurt.
Hey there, Nursing Squad, and welcome to my channel, Nursing Them. I'm your host, Nurse Annie, and today we're going to dive into a crucial subject, which is nursing instructors eating their young. Before we get into this video, I do want to say if you guys see me looking down, it's because I typed up some speaking prompts so that I don't forget anything that I want to say to you guys. I'm not the best public speaker, and I do get nervous, even though I was the president of the Maryland Association of Nursing Students and I had to stand up in front of lots of people and speak. I don't like public speaking personally, and I get nervous, so I got some prompts to just kind of help me keep the flow of what I wanted to say to you guys. So if you see me looking down, don't worry about it. Anyway, if you're on this video, could you please go like it, share it, and subscribe to my channel? It would be greatly appreciated. I thank you all. So if you ever heard of the saying, nurses eat their young, and you didn't really know what it means, let me explain it to you. It's basically referring to a phenomenon where more experienced nurses or seasoned nurses may mistreat or undermine the newer or less experienced nurses. So nurses eating their young mainly happens when it's a new nurse coming onto her first job and she's precepted by a more seasoned, experienced nurse, and this nurse kind of mistreats you and looks down on you because you're a new nurse and they're only getting $1 more to precept you, and they think that you know everything. And of course we don't think that we know everything. Like, we're scared as hell when we first jump out in the field and on the floor becoming new nurses. Well, that phenomenon happens way before you even become a nurse. It starts in nursing school. When you first enter a nursing program, you want to feel safe and secure and know that your counterparts have your back. You want to feel that if you need to talk to them about anything, discuss a grade, discuss a question that you have a safe space to go there and talk to that person, because that's your teacher and you're there to learn from them. So you want to feel comfortable and build good rapport with your teachers, right? Well, that doesn't happen all the time, and it's not your fault. Some instructors are just not those type of instructors that you can go to and say, listen, I want to ask you a question about this, or I need help with this, or I don't understand that. Because let me tell you how some of these instructors think, because I've experienced it firsthand. So I think I can give a little brief synopsis of what it is and how it's like. So a lot of these instructors, and I went to an HBCU, I went to Coppin State University here in Baltimore, Maryland, and from my experience, me coming in as a new nurse, having to pass this HESI, which was stressful as hell, and finally getting picked out of, I think, 800 and something people, only maybe 80 something people got picked. I'm feeling like I'm doing, big shit, but at the same time, I'm scared. I'm very afraid, because I'm like, oh my God, what if I get in here and I can't do it? Oh my God, I don't want to fail. Oh my God, what if, never thought that I would have to experience or think about, what if I get in here and one of my professors just doesn't like me, or one of my professors looks down on me. I never thought that would happen to me, but it did. So just to give you guys a little backstory, I failed maternity, and at the time I had two teachers. The main teacher was in school to get her doctorate, and she really wasn't even being bothered with us, wasn't paying us no attention. She actually wasn't even teaching the lectures. It was so bad that we had another professor that was also a midwife, and she was way older than the other teacher. And so a lot of times in class, she never got through the content that we were supposed to get in class, and she never covered everything that we were supposed to cover in class, because she was really busy telling us her stories about delivering babies and things that were not relevant to what we were going to get exams on and stuff like that. So we were really, really slighted in this class. We had to write a paper, and I was at work, and my computer died. I worked overnight, 60 hours a week. The whole time I was in nursing school, I had a private duty case. And I'm typing this paper up, and my computer literally like dies on me. And when I say die, the computer basically stopped working and never cut back on. So now I've lost my paper, and I didn't have a backup on a flash drive or anything. So I've lost my paper. So now I'm stuck trying to type this paper up on my phone, which I downloaded Microsoft Word on my phone. And I'm trying to type this paper up in APA format because it was due that next morning. So when I get to school, I turn my paper in. I let my teacher know what happened. And when we got our grades back, she graded me so bad on this paper. Okay, so let me explain something to you guys. Before I got into the nursing program, I had taken an English class, and I had to write 4 different types of papers, but all on the same topic. The topic I chose was marijuana. My papers were so good that my teacher asked me if I wanted to change my major from nursing to English. And I told him, no, what am I going to do with an English degree? Be a teacher? I don't want to be a teacher. So I know how to write a paper. If it's one thing that I do know how to do, I can write a paper very, very well. So for her to grade me so poorly on this paper, I was like shocked. Not only that, I think we were in groups with these papers or something. So like my paper was my individual paper, but some way she had us like linked up together. And when I asked her to like relook over my paper to see if she could find some points to give me somewhere, instead of her doing that, what she did was drop the grades of everybody that was linked up in my like group. And I'm like, I found out because we were talking about it, me and a few other students that were in that same group with me, and they saw their grades before she changed them. And she, instead of her trying to help me out and say, listen, you can do XYZ and I'll see if I can give you some points somewhere, or I'll review your paper again and see if I can give you some points somewhere, she didn't want to give me points so bad that she dropped everybody else's points. And I'm just like, this lady really does not like me. Now, I will say, when I first started nursing school, I was very outspoken, not in a nasty way or anything like that, but more so in a curiosity way. Like, I wanted to know, like, I was hungry for information. So I'm asking questions. I want to know, like, that's what probably landed me the gig as the president of Mans. But I just wanted to know. And she just had a really, really nasty attitude about her. And I understood, you know, I know she's in school to get her doctorate, but how can you grade a paper that you haven't even set in, you haven't even taught any of the lectures for this class, but you giving me this low grade? And she just had a really nasty attitude about her, to the point that she told one of my good girlfriends that I went to college with, maybe you should change your major. I don't think nursing is for you. How can you discourage somebody like that? How can you discourage somebody that's working hard towards a goal that we're halfway there, and you tell me maybe I should change my major? Instead of encouraging me and building me up and asking me if I need help, you want to beat me down. And it's sad to say, I went to a HBCU, and we had a sprinkle of other ethnicities in the nursing program, but it was predominantly Black students, and all of the teachers were Black. And they were all Black females, except for maybe 1 or 2. And I had some really, really good teachers, but at the same time, I had 1 or 2, and this one in particular that was really mean and bitter for no reason, and really wasn't willing to help you be successful. And it was bad, because it wasn't just me that she did this to. It wasn't just my girlfriend that she said those things to. So when you're in nursing school, you don't want to feel like you're being bullied or excluded, or feel like the teacher has like unrealistic expectations for you. You want to feel comfortable. You want to feel like you're able to talk and communicate with your professors. You want to feel like you have a safe space as a nursing student. When you feel like you've gotten mistreated by your teachers, it gets to the point where like you almost don't even want to come to school, because for what? You're going to go to school, You're not going to get the help that you need or that you're looking for. You're going to get somebody that's belittling you and degrading you and making you feel like you're less than. And I feel like a lot of teachers, and it's sad to say this, but I feel like a lot of Black teachers, Black women in particular, have this I got mine, you got to get yours attitude. So when I came into nursing school, that's fine for you to feel that way. Like you got yours and I'm trying to get mine. But I'm trying to get mine with your help, which means I pay my money. I come to school. I do what I'm supposed to do. You know, I'm studying. I'm doing everything that I need to do to be successful. And as the instructor, they're supposed to be doing everything that they can do as an instructor to guide you towards success, because your failure actually is their failure. You failing is almost like them failing as a teacher. Now, I know that a teacher can't say, here, I'm going to put this in your head and you're going to remember it and it's going to stick and you're going to pass every test. But you definitely have to put forth the effort as an instructor and as a student to be able to gain the knowledge and the wisdom that you need to be able to care for your patients. It's not a one-sided thing. I can do all the book work and everything, but I need you as the reference when I don't understand something. I need help with something. So help me out. Nobody ever wants to feel like they're coming into a negative environment, because you can't focus and you can't function and do what you need to do and gain the knowledge that you're supposed to gain in order to take care of your patients. So the one thing that you want to do with your professors when you get there is to foster open communication. Be willing and able to go talk to your teachers, ask questions. And not asking a question is the stupidest thing that you can do, because at the end of the day, someone's life is in your hands. So ask all the questions that you need to ask. You can establish mentoring programs. I had an excellent mentor when I was at Coppin. She was amazing, and she helped me through my journey a lot. I was able to go talk to her, express how I feel, cry if I needed to, and get information that if I wanted to know something that another teacher wasn't willing to help me with, I could always go to her and ask her for her help. And she would help me, or she would definitely get me in the right direction so that I would be successful. We also want to promote a culture of respect within the student nurse atmosphere, because I think a lot of professors think that some of the students are younger than them. And I think that was a problem for me. And I look younger, but my son is probably older than your son, if not the same age. And you may be a few years older than me, but I'm not that young as you think I am. So you definitely want to have an open, respectful relationship with your professors, because that's the best thing in order for you to be able to communicate. But you also have to understand that to get respect, you have to give respect, and that works both ways. I know a lot of you guys are probably new nurses, and I still consider myself a baby nurse. I've only been a nurse for, this year will be 4 years, and I still feel like I'm a baby nurse, but at the same time, I feel like I've learned so much and I've gained so much knowledge that I can get out here and do what I need to do. I want to encourage you guys to keep pushing forward and don't look back. Just keep going forward. When you feel like you're losing hope, when you feel like you can't take it no more, you just got to keep on pushing, because nursing school is not easy. It is a really, really hard thing, and it's not meant for everybody. But if you're in the field and you're trying to be a nurse, keep going. Keep going. Don't let anyone, and I'm talking about anyone, whether that's family, friends, professors, don't let anyone discourage you and make you feel like you cannot do this, because you can. Okay? So I want to thank you guys for joining me with this discussion. If you have any questions, feel free to ask them below. Anything you want to say, just put it in the comment section. I'll try to respond to each and every one of you guys. I appreciate you coming on my page, and I appreciate you guys for following me and listening to me. And just welcome. I'm pretty sure you guys will see very, very much more of me. This is my first official YouTube video. And yeah, so I just want to thank you. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video. Because I feel like together we all can make a difference in the nursing community. I will talk to you beautiful people later. Bye-bye.